Health and Human Services Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. appeared before both the House of Representatives and the Senate to defend the Trump administration's proposed $33 billion cut for his department in 2026. That has enraged Democrats, already up in arms about the cuts made to medical research, health programs, and food and drug safety in the last few months. 20,000 health sector workers have already lost their jobs. Kennedy said the cuts are a necessary streamlining of a bloated bureaucracy.
We spend $4.5 trillion annually on health care, 2 to 3 times more per capita than comparable nations. Clearly, something is structurally and systemically wrong with this system.
Democrats argue that the savings on healthcare are not intended to make America healthier.
Brutal cuts to Medicaid, brutal cuts to NIH research, brutal cuts to the CDC, all to find the funding for tax cuts for billionaires and millionaires.
Kennedy is now recommending the measles vaccine amid the worst outbreak since 2019, but he has faced particular scrutiny on this issue due to his contradictory statements on the efficacy of vaccines.
If you had a child today, would you vaccinate that child for measles?
Probably for measles. What I would say is my opinions about vaccines are irrelevant.
Elon Musk's Department of Government Efficiency has also removed funding for any medical research it decided was focused on diversity, equity, and inclusion. Peter Lurie was working on a study looking into HIV prevention, but that was deemed too woke by the Trump administration and has been cancelled.
They looked at a database that has the abstracts of all the funded research, and they put in certain words, and ours had some of the offensive terms like diversity or trans. And as a result, it flagged our research, and so they cut it off.
Nicole Mathis has been studying the links between Alzheimer's and alcohol. The program to help lower-income scientists fund their continued research that she was relying upon has been terminated.
We're going to lose an entire generation of these scientists who will contribute to future discoveries.
The U.S. is notorious for spending the most in the world on its healthcare system, yet having the worst health outcomes of any high-income country. The Trump administration is making the case that slashing funding for community healthcare, medical research, and oversight will reform the system for the better. Shihab, Rattansi, Al Jazeera, Capitol Hill.
Make sure to subscribe to our channel to get the latest news from Al Jazeera.